Hey, tax time got you stressed? Listen up. Ignoring SARS is like ghosting your ex. It only makes things worse. If they ask for a review, don't leave them on red. Why? Because they might hit you with an estimated assessment. And trust me, that's not a fun surprise. It's like getting a bill for a fancy dinner you don't remember eating. The kicker, reversing these assessments is a headache. You'll need to dig up more info than a detective on a cold case. So save yourself the trouble. When SARS comes knocking, answer the door. It's easier to deal with them now than to fix a mess later. Remember, in the world of taxes, silence isn't golden. It's expensive. When you receive a request for review from the South African Revenue Service, SARS, regarding a VAT, value-added tax submission, it is important to respond promptly and accurately to avoid penalties or further scrutiny. Here's a step-by-step guide on what to do. 1. Understand the request. Carefully read the SARS request to determine the specific issue or discrepancy they are reviewing. This could relate to incorrect VAT calculations, missing or incomplete documentation, discrepancies between declared VAT and actual transactions, suspicion of non-compliance or underpayment. The request may come via email, SMS, or through your e-filing account. 2. Gather supporting documents. Collect all relevant documents related to the VAT submission under review. These may include VAT 201 returns, the VAT declaration forms, invoices, receipts, and credit notes, proof of payments and bank statements, import-export documentation if applicable, accounting records and ledgers. Ensure the documents are accurate, complete, and match the figures declared in your VAT return. 3. Review your VAT submission. Re-examine your VAT 201 return and compare it with your financial records. Identify any errors such as incorrect input or output VAT calculations, misclassification of supplies, zero rated, exempt, or standard rated, omissions or duplicate entries. Omissions or duplicate entries. If you find an error, determine whether it resulted in underpayment or overpayment of VAT. 4. Prepare a response. Draft a clear and concise response to SARS, addressing the specific issues raised in their request. If there was an error, acknowledge the mistake, provide corrected figures and explanations, offer to pay any underpaid VAT, if applicable, or request a refund for overpaid VAT. If there was no error, provide evidence to support your original submission. Include all relevant documentation to substantiate your claims. 5. Submit your response. Log into your SARS e-filing account and upload the required documents and response. Alternatively, follow the instructions in the SARS request for submission, e.g., email, physical submission, or appointment. Ensure you meet the deadlines specified in the request to avoid penalties. 6. Engage a tax professional if necessary. If the request is complex or you are unsure how to respond, consider consulting a tax practitioner or accountant who specializes in VAT. They can help you prepare a compliant response and represent you in dealings with SARS. 7. Follow-up. After submitting your response, monitor your e-filing account or communication channels for feedback from SARS. If SARS requires additional information, respond promptly. If the matter is resolved, ensure you keep a record of the correspondence for future reference. 8. Prevent future issues. To avoid similar requests in the future, maintain accurate and up-to-date financial records. Double-check your VAT calculations before submission. File your VAT returns on time. Stay informed about changes in VAT legislation. By following these steps, you can effectively address a SARS review request and demonstrate your compliance with VAT regulations. If in doubt, always seek professional advice to ensure you meet SARS requirements.